The 25th Summer Universiade was the biggest event in the world this year, as well as the biggest sports manifestation ever organized in Serbia. The World University Games, known around the world as Universiade, is derived from the two words university and Olympiad. The Universiade is an international sporting and cultural festival staged every 2 years in a different country for college-enrolled student athletes between the age of 17 and 24. Serbia was the selected nominee to host the 2009 Games and welcomed over 122 countries competing in track and field, judo, football, basketball, fencing, volleyball, swimming, rhythmic gymnastics, diving, artistic gymnastics, table tennis, archery, tennis, taekwondo, and water polo. When we return, we'll learn more about the 25th Universiade in Belgrade, Serbia. With the expansion of university sports competition throughout the world, the desire for athletes and participants to come together and compete was evident, and the World University Games were born. Nearly 4 decades since the first event in Turin, Italy, the Universiade is, together with the Olympic Games, the biggest sports competition to be organized in one country. Serbia took note and approached the organization of the Games with the aim of showing the world that they are a country of hospitable people, open hearts, and a great atmosphere. A mass and large-scale event of this size requires extensive preparations involving construction and reconstruction of sports facilities. A city was built in the heart of Belgrade, the University Village. And competitions and training facilities were held at more than 60 venues to accommodate the 6,300 athletes, 2,700 coaches, and more than 1,300 referees. Successful events do not exist without excellent organization and the endless energy of its volunteers. Leading up to the Games, nearly 30,000 people from 80 different countries applied for volunteer positions. 10,000 were chosen. Once recruited, they vied for one of many job openings, from transportation to press communications to delegation support as attachés. When we return, the city and Games come alive. Located at the crossroads between Central, Southern, and Eastern Europe, the Republic of Serbia borders 8 countries. Serbia had a clear goal to host the 25th Summer World University Games. 1, to showcase its beauty and growth, and 2, demonstrate itself worthy of candidacy in the European Union. Situated on the confluence of the Danube and Sava rivers, Belgrade, meaning White City, is the capital and largest city of Serbia, making it the natural choice for the epicenter of the Games. As a strategic location, Belgrade is a city that has seen more than its fair share of conflict, having witnessed over 115 wars. Through its adversity, Belgrade has emerged as a dynamic and vibrant city, with friendly people and around-the-clock excitement. Through its dramatic sights and sounds, Belgrade is a welcoming city with a little something for everyone. From the 1st century Kalemegdan fort perched above the confluence of the Danube and Sava rivers, to the spectacular Orthodox Cathedral of St. Sava, to what the British Times proclaims as Europe's best nightlife, to the narrow historic street of Skedalia. Skedalia is considered the main bohemian quarter of Belgrade and a must-see destination for tourists and athletes alike. When the Universiade participants weren't touring the city, practicing or competing, they relaxed in the comforts of the university village. We take a look inside the village when we return. The University Village was divided into 3 zones: residential, international, and mixed. To accommodate the delegates, athletes, and officials, the village offered rich cultural and entertainment programs. After checking into the village, the participants headed to the flag-raising ceremony and the official opening festivities of the 25th Universiade. The opening ceremony began with the procession in the University Village. Over 100 student-athletes from around the United States represented Team USA in the 2009 Games. The congregation of athletes from over 122 countries stretched down the streets of the Serbian capital towards the biggest sports arena in the Balkans, the Belgrade Arena. Excitement and patriotism ran deep as athletes were parading and entering the arena, proudly showing their national symbols. In front of over 20,000 athletes, guests, and volunteers, each country represented its flag during the ceremony. At that moment, Belgrade was not only the heart of the world, but also the center of goodwill, friendship, and optimism. The festivities continued. The logic of the body visual presentation combined an impressive light and motion display with spectacular live performances. Ukrainian-born Nikola Tesla's famous electromagnetism transformer. The torch started on the far side of Belgrade and traveled across the Sava River and into the Belgrade arena to the delight of all in attendance. The official opening ceremony ended with the lighting of the flame and the presentation of the Fisu oath. When we return, we'll take a closer look at the Olympic-based sports of the 25th Universiade and the 461 gold medals up for grabs. Looking to continue their success from the 2007 Universiade by claiming 87 total medals, China entered the 2009 Games with a strong start, medaling early in artistic gymnastics. Considered one of the most popular sports in the Olympic and World University Games program, gymnastics is also one of the most demanding, widely practiced around the world. It requires a unique combination of strength, flexibility, stamina, courage, and artistry. China would continue to dominate the gymnastic events by capturing 13 total medals. Throughout recorded sports history, athletics, also known as track and field, has always been practiced and is often considered the centerpiece of major international sporting games. Russia distanced themselves from the competition and took home 16 medals, 2 of them breaking all-time Universiade records. The competition in pool was fast and fierce, as 30 all-time performance records were set in 2009. Team USA saw early and sustained success, setting 7 new World University Games records while claiming 26 total swimming medals. Korea has consistently achieved medals at the Olympics and World Championships in archery. The 25th Universiade would prove no different. Korea earned 8 total medals, with Team USA performing well with 4. Diving requires agility and bravery. Divers artistically leap from a springboard or fixed platform at varied heights, either individually or synchronized with a partner. Team USA claimed 6 total medals, while China outperformed all competitors with 13. Fencing is a traditional sport based on ancient sword fighting rituals. The modern weapons for sport fencing are the foil, épée, and saber. Each discipline unites elegance and tactics, concentration and coordination, action and reaction. In the broadest possible sense, fencing is the art of armed combat, involving cutting, stabbing, or bludgeoning weapons directly manipulated by hand rather than shot or thrown. Italy and China fought off the competition and each walked away with 8 medals. When we return, we'll continue with the remaining sports of the 25th Universiade. Upstate with a picture, supply the stress factor so next time you. To the untrained eye, judo, meaning gentle way, may appear simple and basic. In its simplicity, however, lies its complexity. And mastery of even the most basic of judo techniques takes considerable time, effort, and energy, involving rigorous physical and mental training. Japan and Korea would lead the way, earning 11 medals each. Rhythmic gymnastics is one of 7 gymnastic sports and one of 4 Olympic gymnastics disciplines. Accompanied with music, rhythmic gymnasts perform their routines using a ball, club, hoop, ribbon, or rope. Led by Olympic gold medalist Evgenia Kanaeva, Russia would outshine their peers, standing on the podium 11 separate times. Soccer is one of the most popular games in the world. At an international event, such as the Universiade, the sport attracts only the best eligible players from each country. The Ukraine men and the Korean women would declare gold, surviving tough pool and tournament play. Similar to soccer, volleyball is an Olympic sport with an incredibly strong international following. With scoring opportunities on both sides of the net, intense rivalries, and hard-hitting action, teams battled on each serve to outscore their opponents and advance to the medal rounds. It would be the Russian men and Italian women taking home the top honors in 2009. At the international level, table tennis is played between 2 players in singles or 4 players in doubles. Play is fast, and table tennis demands quick reaction times. Spin combined with speed makes table tennis an exciting sport to watch and to play. Japan dominated the court and were awarded 8 total medals. Originating in Korea, Taekwondo, loosely translated as the way of the foot and hand, has become one of the most widely practiced martial arts in the world. Taekwondo's popularity has resulted in the divergent evolution of the martial art. As with many other martial arts, Taekwondo is a combination of combat technique, self-defense, sport, exercise, entertainment, and philosophy. While Team USA was excited to take home a bronze medal, Korea would live up to their proud heritage, claiming the top medal count with 15. While tennis began in England in the late 19th century, it would be the Russians who finished the job in Belgrade, standing on the podium most often with 4 medals. Water polo can be best described as a combination of swimming, football, basketball, rugby, and wrestling. It takes strength, skill, and teamwork. The Australian men and Korean women would fight off the competition to claim gold. While Team USA put up a valiant effort in the pool, we caught up with team members as they rode the bus to support their other country mates at a Women's USA basketball game. When we return, we take a look at basketball, Serbia's national sport, and the marquee event at the 25th Universiade. Serbia's national sport is basketball, and both the participants and spectators are extremely competitive and patriotic. Team USA assembled premier coaches and all-American athletes to suspend their current lives to lay it all on the line for their teammates, their coaches, their schools, and most importantly, their country. After advancing to the second round of pool play, the Serbians men's team was paired up against Team USA. This is the game Serbians wanted and expected to see, and they rose to the occasion for the unbeaten matchup. In what would become one of the most intense basketball environments in the history of the World University Games, the USA basketball men's team would defeat Serbia in front of a packed and hostile crowd. Both the men's and women's teams started strong, advancing to the semifinals undefeated in tournament play. The men would lose to the wily Russian team in the semifinals. The Russians were tall, experienced, and physical. The U.S. women would continue to the gold medal game as the tournament favorite and defeat Russia, concluding the tournament with both the gold medal and top honors on the offense and defensive side of the ball. The women led all other completion and scoring margin with 33.1 points, three-point field goals with 43%, rebounding defense with 27.6, and averaged 13.8 steals per game. This would be the women's 7th gold medal for Team USA basketball at the Universiade. With a well-rounded balance of offense and defense, the men's team concluded tournament play leading all other teams in scoring margin with an average of 22.4 points and defensive rebounds with over 33.5 per game. The youthful U.S. men's team showed great strength and poise after the defeat to Russia and fought off the Israeli team 91-80 to capture the bronze medal. Having medaled in every Universiade in which the U.S. basketball men's team had competed, Team USA now stands with a record of 131-8 all-time and own a record of 13 gold, 3 silver, and 3 bronze medals. With a record of 6-1, the host team Serbia won the gold with a 73-51 victory over Russia in front of a packed house. With the conclusion of individual and team competition, Russia claimed the top position for the overall medal count with 76. When we return, we close out the games with a reunion of athletes, volunteers, and participants at the closing ceremonies. The closing ceremonies are a special once-in-a-lifetime experience. Nations competing just hours before united together one last time and packed the Belgrade arena to celebrate the final festivities of the 25th Universiade. The athletes and participants exchanged country uniforms, shared unforgettable stories, and sang and danced together. It is a party unlike any other, and one they won't soon forget. The flame has extinguished, and the official FISU flag has been handed over to Shenzhen, China, the host for the 2011 Games. We thank you for watching this presentation of the 2009 World University Games. We'll see you here next time at the 26th Universiade.